All right, guys, doing a video here talking about fighters that can dethrone the current UFC champions. I'm going to go over each champion in each weight class and each contender that I believe can dethrone this champion, right? Before I start that, please like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. It's a brand new channel. Hope you guys enjoy my content. Let's start first, right? It's going to be Alexandre Pantoja, right? Pantoja is a long reigning champion when he beat Brandon Moreno for it. Brandon Moreno and him fought multiple times, so I cannot put Brandon Moreno there because I already know the outcome of it. He's going to fight Joshua Van now, and I believe Joshua Van's about to get smoked because I think Pantoja is just too good at back takes, body locks, and too good at taking the back. And Joshua Van is brand new to the sport. He's only been training for 6 years, so I cannot put him there. And then you look at Royval. I already saw this matchup where Pantoja ragdolled Royval for 4 out of the 5 rounds. Amir Albazi's not good enough. Tatsuro Taira, that's an interesting matchup, but I can't take him because it's a jiu-jitsu guy versus jiu-jitsu guy, and I don't think his striking is as good enough as Pantoja's, especially because Pantoja has a chin on him. So I can't do that. Kai Kara France already saw that matchup, but that number 7 is the person I believe that can dethrone him, and that is Manel Kopp, right? I think Manel Kopp is good enough to dethrone him. I think he's a sniper out there. I think his movements are too good. Pantoja doesn't shoot double legs and single legs. Mostly it's just how to get punches to get to the body. I think he's just too active, too mobile, good pressure when he's going forward. I think he's just that good. He's a sniper. And I think he can probably find that off button on that chin if there is an off button on that chin for Pantoja. But I think that Manel Kopp is good enough to be the guy to dethrone Pantoja. I I like that. Next is Marab. Marab, obviously, this guy's one of the greatest of all time. He's so good. You have to find a peculiar person to beat this guy, right? A specific person. So we already saw him versus Umar. I don't think Umar is good enough. I think Umar is highly overrated as a fighter. I think he's good. I don't think he's as good as Makhachev or Habib, but people put him in that category. I don't think his brother at Usman is that good to put in that category. But Umar, I don't believe is good enough. We already saw that matchup. Sean O'Malley's not getting another title shot. Piotr Jan, I don't think his style is not good for for Marab, right? I mean, it's tailor made for Marab. He's squared. He's a boxer. He's straight legged, and Marab takes advantage of it, takes him down 24, 30 times, and that's an issue, right? So I can't put Piotr Jan there because I already saw that matchup where he got 50-44 or 50-45, whatever it was. Corey Sandhagen, Marab was just better than Corey Sandhagen almost everywhere in that fight. I can't put him there. Next is Davison Figueiredo. No way. Figueiredo's not going to get a title shot, so it doesn't even really matter. He's not good enough to get a title shot. He's out of his prime. He's a good 125er when he was a weight bully, but he's not that anymore. Next is Ayman Zahabi. No, I cannot put him there. But I can put at number 5, Song Yadong. I think Song Yadong is the perfect person to dethrone Marab, right? If you really want to think about it, he trains at Team Alpha Male, which is a wrestling gym, right, for smaller guys. He trains with Uriah Faber as one of his coaches, right? Chad Mendes is there, Josh Emmett's there. So all these wrestlers where he went over there to go train wrestling, right? He brought this whole Chinese regime over there, right? He brought in Yan Jiaonan to train over there. So this guy, Song Yudong, is a pioneer of Chinese people to go to Alpha Male and work on their craft, get better at wrestling. And he's been getting a lot better at wrestling, and he's very explosive, especially in the first round, where Marab has shown to get tagged in the first round, right? Versus Marlon Moraes, he got tagged. Versus Henry Cejudo, he got tagged. He has shown susceptible defense in the first round, and I think Xiang Yudong is a perfect person for him to fight, as Xiang Yudong is a quick twitch guy. He's that good. He'll gas later on, but he gives you the best chance, which is the first round, because Marab's going to, if it goes to third, fourth, fifth, Marab has that covered no matter what. So I have to put Song Yudong at my best chance to dethrone Marab. Next is Alex Volkanovski. Alex Volkanovski, right? This is the problem with Alex Volkanovski. He is chinny. He's always been chinny, right? His first loss was a knockout. I know it was at middleweight, but his first loss was a knockout. Chad Mendes knocked him down. Jose Aldo had him stunned. Max Holloway knocked him down twice. His chin has always been susceptible. So when he got knocked out by Islam, it wasn't really surprising to me. First, because they fought for 25 minutes and they could find holes in Alex Volkanovski's defense, which they did. And second is that Islam rocked him 3 or 4 times as well in that first round, where Volkanovski maybe wasn't on the doorstep. He was definitely wobbled. So I gotta put Alex Volkanovski's chin in test if I'm gonna pick a contender, right? I'm definitely not taking Lerone Murphy. Already saw Lopez and him fight. Lopez is not skilled enough to beat him. Yair is too soy boy to beat Volkanovski. Mozar Evlar is not good enough at striking, and I think that his jiu-jitsu is not good enough to keep him to keep Alex Volkanovski in danger for the submissions. I don't think it's good enough. Arnold Allen, he's not going to get a title shot. Yusuf Zalal, people are picking him. I don't see it. You're not going to out cardio Volkanovski. He hasn't gone 5 rounds. Yusuf Zalal, I cannot take him, but I'm definitely taking Gene Silva. Gene Silva has the best chance of beating Volkanovski. A power puncher with speed and really good timing. That's how you beat Volkanovski. You have to be able to sprawl off your Silva, but he has the perfect tailor-made matchup to beat and dethrone Alex Volkanovski. If he gets a title shot, I don't know. Who knows? But he is definitely the guy to look out for if you're Volkanovski. Like, hey, maybe I don't want to fight this guy. Give me Evloev. Give me Arnold Allen. Give me Zalal, right? People are saying Steve Garcia. I'm not picking Steve Garcia to beat Volkanovski. Steve Garcia is not that good of a fighter. But I'm going to have to take Gene Silva. I think Gene Silva is a good fighter, and I think Gene Silva would probably beat Volkanovski and dethrone him. Next is Ilya Topuria. So Ilya Topuria is really hard, right? Because who is going to beat this guy? This guy is the most skilled, one of the most skilled fighters in history. Good wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, great striking, great. The kicks are to be desired. You would want better kicks, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't throw them because he has good timing with his hands, right? He parries well. Every single boxing technique is crisp. That's what you want. And the only person I can really think of that can push him cardio wise, maybe and get that heart rate up where he was against Yusuf Zalal when he took that on short notice in his UFC debut. It has to be Arman Sarukian. Arman Sarukian is a constant fighter that goes for takedowns, and I can see him trying to take down Ilya, the smaller guy, control him for 3 or 4 rounds and get the win that way. But realistically, anyone else, I don't give a chance to beat him. I don't give a chance to beat Ilya Topuria. I don't think anyone else is good enough. Maybe Patty. Patty's decent. Because Patty can take him down, hopefully, and he has really good submission skills as well. But you have to have someone who has with wrestling and it has to pin Ilya Topuria, who's smaller, and you have to use your size advantage if you're a 155er against this former 145er, right? Next, Jack Della Maddalena, right? Jack Della Maddalena, I was thinking, who can beat him? You need a wrestler. You need a guy with good cardio, but you need a wrestler and a good BJJ skills where he was in trouble versus Basil Hafez, where he was in trouble versus Gilbert Burns. You need somebody like that. And that is Sean Brady, right? Because I already saw him versus Bilal Muhammad. I don't think Shavkat is good enough at takedowns. I don't think his striking is good enough either. I don't think Leon Edwards will get another title shot. Kamaru Usman, I was very close about Kamaru Usman. I'm like, Kamaru Usman can probably beat Jack Della Maddalena, but he's not in his prime, so I really cannot take that. Ian Machado, I think, has no chance against him. Walking Buckley, no, maybe if he puts him out, but I think that Jack Della is too clean on the feet, so I can't put that. Protest was close, but Protest I don't think is a good enough striker to beat Jack Della Maddalena, but I think Sean Brady is the perfect person to beat JDM, right? That's a wrestler with very good jiu-jitsu, good back takes, control him, not get too tired because Jack, when he's on the bottom, he tends to not get up. It's maybe one time versus Gilbert Burns where he used a butterfly sweep and the cage to get up, but usually doesn't get up. So I got to put Sean Brady there. Next is Hamzat. Hamzat's very, very tricky. You have to understand. Dricus Du Plessis, we already saw that fight. Imavov gasses out. So in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I don't think he'll be there. Sean Strickland, he stands too squared. His base is too squared. His legs aren't bent when he throws. I don't think he has a chance. I don't think he can stop a takedown. Anthony Hernandez, I don't think so either. Maybe if he tries to gas him out later, but I reckon Hamzat would probably finish him in the 1st or 2nd round. Ground and pound. Brendan Allen, I think he'll get control of the whole fight. Hamzat will control him the whole fight. Adesanya has no chance, right? No chance, Adesanya. Kyle Bryho, that was close. I was like, oh, maybe he could, but no, I don't think so either. I don't think his striking is good enough. I don't think he's as elusive as he should be. as athletic as he is. But Rainer de Ritter, I think, has the best chance of beating him. Somebody that can be in his guard and be that can have Hamzat in his guard and be threatening. Someone who's threatening triangles, threatening arm bars, threatening sweeps, and then Hamzat goes, "Whoa, I don't want to be a part of this," like he did versus Gilbert Burns. And then where Rainer de Ritter, I think, has a stronger edge versus Hamzat in the striking. I don't think Hamzat's striking is that good. I think he's a nice cross, but that's basically it. I don't think his striking is good enough. It's not championship level. Next is Alex Pereira, and I was really thinking, like, who the hell is going to be Alex Pereira? Honestly, I realistically think nobody beats Alex Pereira in this division. But I mean, if it's going to be somebody, it has to be somebody that he hasn't fought before, that he has no confidence in, because in rematches, Alex Pereira is a monster, and it has to be Carlos Oberg, right? Because Yuri Prochazka, no, we already saw that twice, right? Magomed Ankalaev, no, we just got smoked in like 30 seconds. Carlos Oberg is the only chance right now to beat him in the top 10. Azamat Murzakanov, I don't think his reached long enough to get to Alex Pereira's head. Jamal Hill, no way. Jan Blachowicz is too old. I was thinking about Jan Blachowicz too because he has good wrestling, but you need a wrestler to beat Alex Pereira. And if you don't have a wrestler, you have to have a good striker. And Carlos Oberg is good enough at striking to maybe contend. I'm not really sure. I'm not really strong on this. I think he's going to vacate the belt anyways, but Carlos Oberg will probably be the successor, whoever he faces in the next year, right? Next is Tom Aspinall. Last is Tom Aspinall. Who's going to beat him? Obviously, the person who's going to beat him is the guy that made him quit. It's Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane has the best chance of beating Tom Aspinall. He was winning the first 4 minutes. People are going to say, "Oh, whoa, it was only 4 minutes. Why are you saying he quit?" He's a first-round fighter. He's a first-round fighter. I know people are going to say, "How do you know that?" He goes way too hard. He throws too hard to not be only a first-round fighter. He's a quick twitch person. You saw him breathing out of his mouth when later in that fight for Cyril Gane in the third, fourth minute, he started breathing out of his mouth. That is not normal. That is not good cardio. So I got to put Cyril Gane at the person to beat him. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.